team. And, it doesn't really matter if you don't already have a team of your own, but maybe you are thinking about collaborating with other spa owners, or maybe your team is your business coach, your virtual assistant, or your web designer. It could be anything as far as your team. But for the most part, what I'm going to be talking about today is the people that you work with in your facility, your team. Now, today was a big day here at Refreshed Biz. I had my monthly free webinar that I do, and it was called How to Create Killer Content on Social Media. And I really felt like our industry, the salon and spa industry, needed some help figuring out how to create branded content, because branded content, if you were watching my webinar today, is really about positioning yourself as an expert in your area. And it's using that expertise to leverage your clients into or leverage your followers into actual paying clients. So that was what today's webinar was about. And so I'd like to pull that same topic into the conversation about your team. So as far as your team and creating content, let's start to talk about. Well, we typically, when we're the owner operator of our business, we typically kind of look at our business as a bit of a hierarchy. We're kind of sitting at the top, guiding everybody below us along, which for the most part, it's true. You're the leader in your business. But here's the thing. Sometimes that can kind of bite us in the ass, and it makes us feel like we are doing way too much, and makes us feel like, to add one more new thing to our plate, such as content marketing. How do you do this all? So what I'd like to propose to you today is to think about leveraging your team to helping you create content. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I would like for you to think about this, is because A, you cannot do it all on your own. And if you keep trying to do it all on your own, you will quickly end up burning out or feeling like you're reaching burnout, or just dropping the ball on a whole bunch of stuff, particularly your marketing, particularly content marketing, because that does take time to create. And there is a bit of a learning curve. So if you are wearing all these hats, the marketing hat, the leader hat, the esthetician, all these crazy, and you need to do them, the stuff in your business, but it can lead you to feeling a bit overwhelmed. So why not incorporate your team and ask them to help you come up with ideas? Because quite frankly, that's probably the hardest part at the beginning when you start creating your own content, is coming up with ideas. So in my webinar, I did give you a 12-month content calendar to use, and it gives you the opportunity to start filling in the blanks for creating your own content 4 times a month. So the easiest way to do that is to kind of fill in the easy stuff first, but you're going to think, okay, well, what do I put in week 4 in June? And what do I put in week 2 and 3 in January? Why not have a little quick meeting, have a little huddle, and just kind of pitch it to your staff like, hey, I'm one of the next steps for me growing in my business and growing in our spa is I want to start creating our own branded content. And that means I need some ideas. We need some ideas. And what better people to ask than the people who are actually working in the trenches? They are in the treatment rooms. They are dealing with clients like eye to eye, heart to heart. They know exactly what the clients are wanting and needing. So tap into that resource, tap into your staff. Now, don't expect them to just come up with ideas off the top of their head. Sometimes they might have that, but more likely they're going to need some time to think about it. So when you're making the ask for help, you need to set some parameters around it. So I would ask them to each person, if you can come up with 2 ideas, 2 topics. They can be the same topic, but maybe 2 different issues of that same topic, okay? But ask for 2 topics and ask them that to have it to you in 2 days or at the end of business day tomorrow or whatever. But don't give them too much time to think about it, because then it just won't get done. But definitely give them some time parameters so that it does get done and in a timely fashion. So super simple, just ask. And use the team that you have, because they are the boots on the ground. They know the pulse of your clients, and the clients are the ones that are asking the questions. So why not use what you got? Quit trying to do it all on your own. It's too hard to do that. So that is my little spa business tip for Team Tuesday. Leverage your team for ideas when you're creating content. Don't have to do so much work on yourself. Okay, gang, we will see you tomorrow. I will be on probably around lunchtime, Pacific time at noon, for another Periscope Lunch and Learn. And tomorrow is Wednesday. Sometimes I've been flipping back and forth between Wisdom Wednesday and Wellness Wednesday. Ironically, last Wednesday I did Wellness Wednesday and talked about burnout, and the next day I got a cold and I was pretty much out of it for the rest of the weekend. So yeah, it just was telling me that, Kirsten, you got a little bit too much on your plate. So I backed off all weekend and took care of myself. Okay, so I will see you back here at Refreshed Biz on Periscope tomorrow at noon Pacific time. See you then. Thanks for joining me.